Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I'm Hasham Ali Khan. So far 3 videos I have completed on theory on unit number 2, foreign exchange markets. Now this is the 4th video. After this I will start the problems. So I'm getting a lot of comments to start the problems. Inshallah I will start after this video. But remember, you can understand the problem only if you are perfect on the concepts. So my request, my suggestion, my advice to my students, first go through all the theory videos, then you can start the problems. Now in theory videos already I have explained what do you mean by financial market, what are the participants in financial market, what is the structure of foreign exchange market in India, then keywords I have explained about the spot market, forward market, quotations, direct quotation, indirect quotation, all those things I have explained in the previous video. Spot market, forward market I have explained. Now in this video, 2 more concepts I am going to explain, that is arbitrage and cross rate. Remember, in examination, we should not focus only on problems. Theory is also very, very important. In short, they may ask you, what do you mean by two-way arbitrage? What is triangular arbitrage? What is cross rate? That's why I'm going to explain in this video. So before explaining further, take the screenshot of the points which I have written on the board, then I'll explain. So in this video, the topic is currency arbitrage. In the previous video, in keywords, I have explained arbitrage is the activity or process involving buying from one market and selling it in another market. It is not confined only in currency arbitrage, but any arbitrage. That means when the goods are sold in different markets, it is not necessary that all the markets will have the same price. The prices will change from market to market. So buying cheap from one market and selling at a higher price in another market, that is called arbitrage. So same logic will apply to currency also. Currency is also one of the commodity, right? Buying currency in one market at a lower price and selling the same currency at a higher price in another market, that is called currency arbitrage. So 2 types of arbitrage are the geographical arbitrage or arbitrage involving only 2 currencies, and triangular arbitrage, the arbitrage involving 3 currencies. First, currency arbitrage is the process of buying currency in one market and selling it in another market and thereby making a profit. So without any risk buying from one market and selling in another market in order to earn the profit, that is called currency arbitrage. It's an operation which involves making profit without risk. So if you watch this video carefully, if you remember these points, definitely you can attempt the theory question also. Apart from that, problem also I am going to do in the next video. But right now, you must know the concept. So it is an operation which involves making profit without risk by purchasing currency in one market and selling in another market, and by taking the advantage of price differential. Because the differences in price, if the same price prevails in all the markets, there will be no arbitrage at all. But this will seldom happen. Always there will be price differential between different markets. So there is a possibility of arbitrage. The process of arbitrage is involved is realignment of prices. By conducting this arbitrage, what will happen? There will be a realignment of prices. That means the prices are going to become more and more stable. If there is no arbitrage, there will be lot of price differential. So to reduce the price differential, this arbitrage activity will be conducted, due to which there will be alignment or stability of prices in the different markets. Now arbitrage can make profit from the difference between the price of quotations of currencies. Now the rule is buy cheap and sell dear. It's a common saying. जब खरीदते तो सस्ते में खरीदो और बेचते वक्त महंगे में बेचो. Buy cheap and sell dear. Market with currencies. The basic equation guiding the arbitrage possibility is, In order to see whether arbitrage possibility is there or not, we have to apply this equation. What is that equation? Spot price in Delhi. D stands for Delhi and NY stands for New York. So Delhi spot rate rupees per dollar. In Delhi, the quotation is rupees per dollar and the spot rate in New York is dollar per rupee. So in India, we are having the direct quotation rupees per dollar. In US, in New York, the quotation, direct quotation is dollar per rupee. So if you multiply these two quotations and if you are getting one, that means there is no arbitrage possibility. If you multiply and if you are not getting one, if you are getting more than one or less than one, there is a possibility of arbitrage. So this is the test to find whether arbitrage possibility is there or not. If this equation holds, no arbitration possibility exists between the currencies. So in this equation, SD stands for spot rate in Delhi, SNY spot rate in New York. As long as there are profitable arbitrage opportunities, the market cannot be in equilibrium. When we can say the market is in equilibrium, when same price prevails in all the market, where total demand and total supply are equal, the state is called equilibrium state. So the market can be said to be in equilibrium where the profitable arbitrage opportunities exist. So this is the incomplete explanation regarding two-way arbitrage or geographical arbitrage. Arbitrage involving two currencies. Now next one is triangular arbitrage. This is more important from examination point of view, and also we have to do the problem on triangular arbitrage. First of all, understand the concept of triangular arbitrage. When the buying and selling of involves three markets, that means instead of two currencies, now we have three currencies and involving three different markets. So three quotations having three different markets. So when the buying and selling involves three markets, for example, purchasing. Example also I have given. Purchasing the francs against dollar in New York. For example, a person is there. He has purchased French currency, franc, FFR. So a person has purchased FFR by giving dollars. He paid dollars and got francs. Where? In New York. Then now he is having franc. Now he is selling the franc. He is selling the franc and converting it into pound in Paris. So then selling the franc for pound in London. For example, purchasing franc against dollar in New York, then selling the franc for pound in London. So selling the franc and purchasing pound in London, and then selling the pound against dollar in New York. So first he has used dollar and purchased franc. Where he has purchased the franc? In New York. And then he sold the franc and purchased pound. Sold the franc and purchased the pound in London. Now he is having pound. Now he is selling the pound and converting it into dollars in New York. So we have what is known as three-point arbitrage or triangular arbitrage. Three currencies are involved: dollars, franc and pound. Now when three currencies and three monetary centers are involved, we have a triangle. Three currencies are there and three monetary centers are there. We call it as triangular arbitrage. Triangular arbitrage also operates in the same manner as two-point arbitrage. Arbitrage is both triangular or two-point arbitrage. The purpose is same, but here three currencies are involved and there are only two currencies. Triangular arbitrage operates so as to ensure consistent indirect cost cross exchange rate between the three currencies in three monetary centers. So in order to find out the arbitrage possibility, we have to find out the cross rate. What is cross rate? I'll explain you. So there should be inconsistent cross rate. So in effect, the triangular arbitrage results in consistent cross rates among the pairs of currencies thus keeping the unify all international monetary centers into a single market. By conducting this three-way arbitrage, what will happen? There will be consistency in the cross rate, and there will be equilibrium in all the financial markets. It will unify all the financial markets. If there is no triangular arbitrage, what will happen? There will be price differentials in different markets. That means the quotations will be different in every market. There will not be any unification of quotations. So this is all about triangular arbitrage. If you get a theory question, these points are very, very important. My suggestion, always while watching the video, keep a notebook, pen ready and note it down the important points which I am explaining. Now, cross rate. This cross rate, why it is calculated, how it is calculated, and in the problem we are going to calculate the cross rate. First of all, you must know what do you mean by cross rate. Sometimes there is no quotation, direct quotation available between two currencies. With the help of a third currency, we are finding out indirectly the quotation. Example, we don't have the quotation for Indian rupee with Canadian dollar. Indian rupee with Canadian dollar we don't have. But other currency, other quotations we have. By using those other quotations, we are finding out the quotation of Indian rupee with Canadian dollar. So sometimes the value of currency in terms of another is not known directly. All the quotations for all the currencies are not available. There are many situations where quotation is not available for two countries, two currencies. Now in such cases, one currency is sold for a common currency, and again the common currency is exchanged for the desired currency. So what we will do, if we don't have a direct quote, we will convert our one currency into another currency by common currency, and we sell the common currency to get our desired currency. For example, we don't have the quotation for Indian rupee with Canadian dollar, but we have the quotation for Indian rupee with US. So by taking the advantage of Indian currency with US dollar, we can purchase, we can find out the quotation for Canadian dollar. So in such cases, this is known as cross rate trading, and rate established between the currencies is known as cross rate. Simply, cross rate is the indirect quotation which is calculated by using a third common currency. Suppose the two quotations are rupees 80.54, rupees 80.76 per US dollar. Why two rates are given? Already in the previous video I have explained quotations will be bid rate and ask rate. Bid rate is the buying rate and ask rate is the selling rate. The dealer will buy the currency at 80.54 per dollar, whereas the dealer will sell the foreign currency dollar at 80.76. So always ask rate will be more than the bid rate. This is one quotation, rupees per US dollar. Another is Canadian dollar per US dollar. So common currency you can see US dollar is there. Canadian dollar 1.36 bid rate, 1.58 ask rate per US dollar. But does not quote the exchange rate between rupee and Canadian dollar. In this case, there is no quotation for rupees per Canadian dollar. We are having rupees per US dollar, Canadian dollar per US dollar. We don't have rupees per US dollar. So we can find out rupees per Canadian dollar by using cross rate method. Thus the exchange rate between the rupee and Canadian dollar will be found through a common currency, that is US dollar. In this common currency is US dollar. So by using this US dollar, we can find out rupees per Canadian dollar. The technique is similar for the both spot rate and forward cross rate. A cross rate is an exchange rate between the currencies of two countries that are not quoted against each other. So this is the definition. What is cross rate? It is the exchange rate between two currencies of the two countries that are not quoted against each other but are quoted against a common currency. Direct quotation is not available. It is available through a common currency. Example, rupees per US dollar, Canadian dollar per US dollar. So we can cancel this US dollar and we can find out rupees per Canadian dollar. That is cross rate. By taking one example, I can more elaborate. Anyway, we are doing the problems also on cross rate. For example, the two direct quotations are rupees 80.9 per US dollar and rupees 116.81 per pound. So here you can see the common currency is rupees, whereas the other currencies are US dollar and pound. We don't have the quotation for US dollar per pound. So here we have rupees per US dollar, rupees per pound. We don't have US dollar per pound. So we don't have the exchange rate of US dollar per pound. We can use the cross rate to find out the quotation of US dollar per pound. By using these two rates, we can find out the cross rate of US dollar per pound. How to calculate? Here denominator is pound. So keep this as it is. Rupees 116.81 per pound. Rupees by pound is equal to 116.81. This quotation. Rupees by pound. That means 116.81 rupees is equal to pound 1. That is the quotation. Second quotation is rupees per dollar. So rupees by US dollar is 80.90. But we don't want rupees in numerator. We want rupees in denominator. Because rupees should get cancelled. It will get cancelled when 1 rupee is in numerator, the other rupees should be in denominator. Here rupees per pound, rupees is in numerator. The other rupees should be in denominator, then only it will get cancelled. Here it is in numerator. Now we want to convert it into denominator. So inverse. Rupees by US dollar, we inverse it into US dollar by rupees. So rupees by US dollar is 80.90 or US dollar by rupees is equal to 1 divided by 80.90. This is called inversing. Why we are inversing? Because we want to cancel rupees. Already rupees is in denominator. Now we numerator. Rupees is in numerator. Now we need in denominator. That's why we have inversed. So here dollar by rupee into rupee by pound. So dollar by rupee how much? 1 divided by 80.90 and rupees by pound 116.81. Now 116.81. Here dollar will get cancelled. So rupees will get cancelled. Dollar by pound is equal to 116.81 divided by 80.91. So if you divide, you get 1.444. This is the cross rate. What does it mean 1.444? US dollar 1.444 is equal to pound 1. US dollar 1.444 is equal to pound 1. This is called cross rate. That's all. So in this video I have explained you about the arbitrage, two-way arbitrage, three-way arbitrage, triangular arbitrage and cross rate. So if you are satisfied, give a like to the video, share my channel among your groups, among your friends, so that more students can watch the video and enhance their knowledge. And subscribe my channel if you have not yet subscribed. Inshallah, we'll start the problems. Much more theory is there, but the time is very short. Afterwards I will upload, but right now I will start the problems on this international finance.